Sega.
Okay guys, I just want to start off by saying I'm not hating on Call of Duty. I'm just trying to explain why it hasn't lived up to everybody's standards in the past couple of years. This video will not be covering single player mode for two reasons. I really don't play single player mode, and the other reason is the campaign only makes up a little bit of the content. I know most of the maps that we play in multiplayer come from single player mode, but after a certain period of time, nobody really cares about the campaign. For the past 2 years, it hasn't felt like Call of Duty is Call of Duty. I know that's such a shitty thing to say, but to be honest with you, that's how I feel. Most of us fell in love with Call of Duty because it was fast paced, there was a lot of intensity at the start. But now it's become, if you get caught on sprint, you get punished for it. You no longer can make the same plays that you used to back in the day in Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, all of the greats. Shows in the game, it makes the game seem not authentic, and I think a lot of people don't want to gravitate towards it anymore. Okay, the first main topic that I'm going to speak on is the competitive system. Basically every game that has multiplayer has some type of competitive system. But how it's displayed in Call of Duty isn't how it's actually played on the main stage. Except for BO3, they did a good representation of their pick and ban system. But for the more casual players that aren't playing Black Ops 3 or playing the new Call of Duty, we don't have a good representation for competitive. We're stuck with broken systems that barely work or hardly get anything correct. If one of your teammates leaves in the middle of the game or when you spawn in, it's your job to stick it out, because if you leave, you lose more points. Instead of, hey, this guy left 2 minutes into the game, why don't we just back everybody out of the lobby, because it's unfair at that point. But no, if they leave before the game, you'll do that, but not during the game. I know it's happened to a lot of us that basically one of our teammates doesn't know what they're doing, or they just leave the game to have you sitting there deciding whether or not you're gonna leave or sit and take the punishment or just go AFK until the game's over with. And that doesn't bring anybody any fun. Basically, when you're going inside ranked play solo, you're accepting the risk that one of your teammates might not be as good as you or might not understand the game as much as you, but you have to deal with it. It shouldn't be a game mode where you have to have 4 people or 2 people with you just to play ranked play. And I know there's communities on the PlayStation where you can find people that have mics or want to play, but that should be already implemented inside of Call of Duty. I feel that way because I got spoiled by PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 where everybody was already in game talking, because if you wanted to get anything fixed back then, you had to turn on your mic. Okay, here goes the second part I really wanted to talk about. Multiplayer. There's not that much variety in the multiplayer. It starts basically with the 2 best guns. Everybody's using the 2 best guns. Yeah, in the beginning of the game you might test out different guns, but everybody tends to gravitate to the best shotgun or the best sniper rifle, best AR, best submachine gun. But it's like a reskin of the same gun over and over again. And I know they try to reward us by giving us missions and stuff to complete, but after a while most of us give up on those missions, or some of us didn't even care at the start. We're just using this gun because it's the best in the game. And I don't really blame Call of Duty so much for that. I blame YouTube a little bit. Instead of giving people the best class setup, let them find out for themselves. And new game modes such as War piqued our interest for a little while, but after I'd say a month or 2 of playing it, there wasn't really much to do. And that game mode got old really quick. And I'm pretty sure there's people that still enjoy it, but for the more casual people such as myself or any of my friends, we gave up on the game mode because there was nothing really to relate to, and also it got old really fast. But lately they have been doing a good job on providing new game modes, which kind of keeps us a little interested in the game. Okay, that's enough praise for Call of Duty for the time being. Let's talk about the servers. At launch, we all know how horrible the servers are. It's incredibly bad. This year, it was so bad. Some of my friends couldn't even get online, and the servers are up, and you get all these different area codes that just keep popping up, and it gets frustrating because this is consistently happening. All these controller bugs, everything at launch. And then don't get me started about people glitching at the very beginning of the game. That's how we started off. I have somebody on top of the map shooting me to where I have to get into the glitch to kill him. That is really annoying. And the fact that they find these bugs within the first week, or they find these glitches within the first week, is bad and impressive. It's impressive because they found a bug or something inside the game before the developers even knew about it. And I give them a little bit of flack because they should have somebody there constantly looking for glitches or bugs inside their software. That's what they're getting paid for. But nonetheless, I've come to realize at the beginning of the game there's going to be boosters, people glitching on top of the map or underneath the map trying to kill you. That's just something we come to expect. Now, the servers, on the other hand, if you know this game is going out on launch, there should be no reason why people can't get online. If the person right next to you can get online but you can't, that's a problem. And then they tell us that they're dedicated servers, but half the time it doesn't feel like you're in a dedicated server. Or I might be playing with my friends and I'm in Florida, everybody's close enough to me, but we get a dedicated server that's in somewhere like Seattle or Texas, and we're wondering why our ping is so high or latency or anything like that. That's not good, because if that's the closest dedicated server or the one that we can get into, it's frustrating because we're having gunfights with kids and they're just walking right over us because we're all the way out east and they're close enough to the server. It's like you have to have the best internet to play competitively, even for casual sometimes, because you get tired of getting smoked when you know you should be winning half your gunfights, or the occasional I'm around the corner yet I died in front of him. I'm pretty sure that's ticked off a lot of people. You know you've gotten around the corner, yet on the kill cam it shows you died while you're trying to get around the corner, but the animation shows you're already around the corner. It makes complete sense. Okay, that's me being sarcastic. Okay guys, that's my main topic, my main beef about Call of Duty for the past couple of years. It just hasn't been genuine. And also, I've been talking to some of my friends and I've come to the realization, even though I love COD, I don't have to buy COD every year. I didn't play any of Infinite Warfare, and that's fine with me. But when Call of Duty comes back to what I love, or I find a good source that says Call of Duty is good again, or my representation of good, I'll come back. I might post a video about a GB match or UMG match that we did because it's fun. I'm with my friends and we're having different conversations. We might try hard a little bit, but I'm not gonna play multiplayer by myself. It's not fun. You have to have a group of people, and that shouldn't be the case. But that's my piece on it, and I'm gonna let it be at that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to have more of these kind of rants. So hopefully you guys stick around.